Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am so pumped you're here with us today because, well, we're diving into something pretty much everyone dreams about, right? But honestly, very few people actually know how to pull it off. We're breaking down a super insightful article from Coursera called 11 Passive Income Ideas to Increase Your Cash Flow. And my goal today is to take all that rich, detailed research and boil it down for you. I want to give you the exact blueprint you need to understand how passive income actually works, and more importantly, how you can start building it yourself. No fluff, just pure, actionable stuff. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's look at the roadmap for today. First, we'll cover earning in your sleep. Then we'll compare low versus high investment strategies. After that, we dive into real estate and finance, followed by creating digital products. Then it's content creation and tech, and finally, we'll wrap up with how to actually start your income stream. Section 1. Earning in your sleep. Let's talk about what this really means. The ultimate dream phrase, earning money in your sleep. It sounds amazing, doesn't it? But we need to bust a major myth right out of the gate here. True passive income, it's not magic. There's no such thing as getting something for absolutely nothing. The reality is it requires doing the hard work up front first. You've got to put in the hours, the money, or the sweat equity to build the machine. And then, yes, you collect the payments over time while you sleep. The work definitely happens. It just happens before you ever see that first paycheck. So, to make sure we're all on exactly the same page, let's ground ourselves with the actual definition from the Coursera article. Passive income is defined as a largely self-sustaining money stream that requires little or no continuous effort, often involving an upfront investment for long-term steady gains. Really notice those keywords there, upfront investment and long-term. Look, if you're just looking for some quick cash to pay a bill by Friday, you should probably be looking at active side hustles. Passive income, that's all about playing the long game. This really hits the nail on the head when it comes to the core difference. Active income is that traditional trap we all know, right? You trade your time for money. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. You stop working, you stop earning. But passive income completely breaks that cycle. You do the work first, maybe for months without seeing a single dime. But once that system is built, you collect payment over time with very little extra effort. It's a total fundamental shift in how you value your time. Moving on to section 2. Low versus high investment. Let's figure out how to evaluate your options. Understanding this paradigm shift is absolutely crucial before you pick a path. On one hand, you've got low investment streams. These take way less money to set up, which obviously means lower risk, but naturally they also come with a lower earning potential. Think along the lines of selling digital products. Then, on the flip side, you have high investment streams. These require a lot more upfront capital, which definitely carries higher risk, but the earning potential is massive. You really have to sit down and decide which of these paths make sense for your current resources before you jump in. All right, section 3, real estate and finance. Let's look at those high capital plays. Let's walk through these first 2 high investment ideas from the article. Idea number 1 is financial investments. We're talking stocks, mutual funds, bonds, REITs. The pros? You're looking at huge growth potential over time with almost zero day-to-day maintenance once you're set up, especially if you use a financial advisor. But the cons are very real. Your money is usually locked up in the short term, and you've got to deal with various tax requirements. Then there's idea number 2, owning a rental property or a homestay. The upside here is fantastic. It can be incredibly lucrative in the long run, and you start earning immediately once someone moves in. But let's be sober about the downsides for a second. You are completely on the hook for property upkeep, dealing with tenants, and fixing every broken pipe or worn-out carpet. Plus, you only make money when you actually have guests. So it's a high reward, for sure, but it comes with some very real, tangible headaches. Section 4. Creating digital products. Welcome to the fast-paced economy. I absolutely love this category because the barrier to entry is just so incredibly low. Let's rapid fire through 4 brilliant low investment ideas. Idea 3, start a print-on-demand shop. You design cool shirts or mugs, and companies like PrintRove or Venderboat handle all the inventory and shipping. Idea 4, self-publishing. You can literally turn your knowledge into an ebook on Kindle Direct Publishing or even write on Medium. Idea 5 is selling worksheets. Honestly, educators make great money uploading printables to Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers. And idea 6, selling templates. Think digital organization setups for Microsoft Excel or Notion. You can monetize stuff you already know how to do, and there's zero physical inventory. But yeah, there's always a catch. The article points out the cons for all of these. You are 100% responsible for your own self-promotion, you have to pay host fees to those platforms, and you're the one handling all the customer service. So the product itself might be passive, but selling it, that's highly active work. Let's move to Section 5, Content Creation and Tech. These are the creative, effort-heavy ventures. 1,000. That number is the major friction point for idea number 7, creating content on YouTube. Look, you get total creative control over your videos, whether they're short films, original music, or how-to guides, but there's a strict hurdle to clear. If you want to monetize your channel through the YouTube Partner Program, you need a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, and you have to publish new content at least every 6 months to stay in the club. Once you're there, it's a fantastic passive stream, but hitting that subscriber mark, that takes some intense, upfront, active grinding. And this brilliantly illustrates the duality of our final 4 ideas. Idea 8 is creating an online course on platforms like Graphy or 360 Learning. The pro is that you get to show off your unique expertise. The con? It is a severely labor-intensive startup process. Idea 9 is selling stock photos on LME or Shutterstock. It's awesome because you're essentially running a photography business without ever having to hunt for clients, but you've got to navigate complex legalities and those pesky platform sales fees. Idea 10 is creating an app for Apple or Google. You get to test your developer skills and potentially reach millions. But keep in mind, there are over 5 million apps currently in the main app stores combined. Because it's so incredibly crowded, you have to constantly push active updates to stay relevant. And the app stores take hefty fees right off the top. Finally, Idea 11, affiliate marketing. By mastering SEO strategies, you have huge earning potential promoting other people's products. But it takes a lot of time to build up the traffic you need to actually earn, and your posts are going to require ongoing maintenance. It's always this balancing act between creative freedom and back-end labor. Finally, Section 6, start your income stream. Time to take some action. Okay, here is the absolute crucial takeaway. It really doesn't matter if you decide to go with real estate, an online course, or an affiliate blog. Across all 11 of these ideas, one universal rule applies. The more people who know about your product, the more money you stand to make. Marketing, running ad campaigns, understanding SEO, and just expanding your audience reach, these are absolutely essential. A totally brilliant passive income product sitting in the dark, it won't generate a single dime. You have got to learn how to drive traffic to that machine you've worked so hard to build. And that leaves us with this final, really provocative question straight from the Coursera article. What kind of upfront investments can you make? I want you to look at this question and honestly think about your own life right now. Do you have excess capital sitting around to put into high investment streams like real estate or stocks? Or are you maybe rich in time and effort, ready to build a low investment digital product or grind out a YouTube channel from the ground up? Figuring out your answer to this question is exactly the first step you need to take to start building your own passive income stream. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now go out there and start building your financial future.